Hey everyone, this is David Brown with the migration update for March 28th, 2023 from the Braddock Bay Hawk Watch. Today started out with snow showers, and then after those ended, the skies were overcast for a little bit, but by late morning it was clearing up, and throughout the afternoon we had mostly clear skies above us and some clouds off to the south. The winds were very light in the morning, picking up into a light to moderate northeasterly lake breeze, which eventually shifted northwest for a short period of time and then switched back to the lake breeze. Here's an adult bald eagle, maybe one from one of the local nesting pairs. Here's an adult red-shouldered hawk. Again, you can see that they're orange underneath and then have this black and white pattern to the wings and tail. We had the first osprey of the season today, which I expected because I saw that someone had reported a pair of them over on the platform in Burger Park, which is not too far from the Hawk Watch, so this one arrived right on time. And here's presumably the same osprey coming back with the fish. We had 3 sandhill cranes that wandered around for a bit. Once the sun came out, the turkey vultures started to fly, and it was mostly small groups, and for the most part they were fairly low and overhead. And that continued throughout most of the afternoon, and we had over 200 total for the day. Here we have another turkey vulture. Notice the pattern of dark feathers versus silver feathers. Notice the featherless red head. And also notice that it's holding its wings up into a bit of a V shape called a dihedral. And one more angle of the same turkey vulture. Here we have an adult Cooper's hawk. And there was a fair bit of Cooper's hawk activity today because there seemed to be a few local nesting pairs. So we see that this bird has that classic accipiter shape, looks like a flying cross. Long tail, bigger head than we would see on a sharp-shinned hawk, long straight wings, and we know it's an adult because of the orange barring on the underside. Also notice that the outer tail feathers, which fold underneath, are shorter than the central one, so you get that kind of stair-step pattern. Here we have another turkey vulture against a nice blue background. Here's another adult red-shouldered hawk. Notice that they don't have the dark patagial bars like we see on red tails. Also notice that the tail looks like a blackboard with thin chalk lines on it. This common raven gave us a croak or two as it went on by. Here's another adult red-shouldered hawk, and they're just a little thinner looking, not quite as bulky as red tails. And here we have an adult red-tailed hawk, and we can see those dark patagial bars and the belly band that all red tails show. And we also see the dark trailing edge to the wing and red tail that indicate that it is an adult. Looking at the eBird checklist for today, I had 62 species. And looking at the HawkCount report for our migrant raptor totals, today we had 221 turkey vultures, 1 osprey, 4 bald eagles, 5 northern harriers, 1 Cooper's hawk, 7 red-shouldered hawks, 15 red-tailed hawks, for a total of 254 migrants today. The only new species for the season was osprey. And looking at the forecast for tomorrow, I put it in all caps so no one would miss it. Excellent conditions, almost too perfect. So starting out partly cloudy in the morning, and then later on in the late afternoon, it's becoming gustier winds and a bit of rain, possibly snow as a cold front moves in. But the high is 51 degrees, so it's really warming up from around freezing in the morning up to 51 by the afternoon. Winds are starting out southwest at 11 miles per hour, and then increasing to 15 miles per hour by noon, and then becoming a bit stronger in the afternoon and shifting more westerly as that cold front approaches. So those are really good winds that we're going to have all day, both the southwesterly direction as well as the speed. Should be strong enough that we don't have to worry about a lake breeze. And even if a lake breeze did kick in, the southerly winds should overpower it. So to me, it's just looking like it should be a really good day. Looks like we'll have that sunshine in the morning especially. So I'm just prepared for it to be a long day with a lot of turkey vultures. We're coming up on the peak of the turkey vulture migration. Last year was March 31st that we had that day with 10,000 turkey vultures. Now this year we don't have a backlog of turkey vultures just because we had that big day 2 days ago where we had about 2,000 turkey vultures come through. Whereas last year there was like a week of lousy weather before that big day. But regardless, I would expect it to be a pretty huge day unless something changes in the forecast. But I'm really thinking this could be a really spectacular day. So hope you can make it out to the platform, and could be interesting as that cold front moves in at the end of the day to see if we get a big late day push of birds ahead of that front, which often happens. Thursday is looking mostly cloudy and then partly cloudy with a high in the upper 30s, winds west-northwest at 10 to 20, expect moderate migration. And for Friday, rain early and then cloudy with showers, high in the low 50s, winds south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. So looks like a good wind direction. We'll just have to see what ends up happening with the rain. If it's too rainy, we might not get a flight. If there's not too much rain, we might get a decent flight. So keep an eye on Friday. All right, once again, tomorrow's looking like a really good day. In terms of the forecast, it's about as perfect as it can be. And I've really have been playing it up in all my reports, so I hope it doesn't turn out to be a big dud. But from everything I know about Braddock Bay and the way the forecast is looking, be prepared for it to be a pretty big day. And I hope you like turkey vultures as much as I do. From Lyco Birds, this is David Brown. Thanks for watching.